Let me tell you now, you are probably not going to believe this one when I say it. Welcome to a rock, paper, scissors roguelike. This is Handmancers, new wholesome roguelite deck builder with a first-person twist. We're going to be crafting our deck, enhancing our cards, equipping artifacts, and facing powerful enemies in a strategic Parchment, Stone, and Blades fight, also known as the classic rock, paper, scissors. I made a video approximately like 10 years ago at this point called Rock, Paper, Scissors Champion. One of the worst videos I've ever uploaded on my channel. I think I was 14 when I recorded it. It was a free game on Steam that was quite literally playing rock, paper, scissors against people. It required complete luck. It's one of the worst games I've ever played. This is my way, this is my redemption arc right now. Coming back to a rock, paper, scissors based game. This is a new demo in the next fest that's going on. The demo is still up even though the next fest is over. I wish the next fest would last like 2 weeks instead of like 3 days, but it is what it is. Devs, please keep your demos up. Let's play Handmancers and see what's going on here. We can take a look at all of the upcoming features in the full release of the game, which does not have a date yet. Coming soon. 3+ playable characters, 9+ playable specializations. Bunch of stuff. Let's check it out, right? This is one of the most played demos of the next fest, and I'm missing out by not hopping in and seeing what's going on. So let's play. Welcome, Handmancer. Thanks for playing the demo. Game's still in active development. Demo allows you to begin your journey against corruption, playing up to depth 11, fighting it against the first 2 bosses. Let's do it. So a couple different characters. I can unlock Arturo by joining their Discord. I'm not gonna do that. And then there's one more to go. So we'll play as Cress here. Prowls with the grace of a sleek predator. Her movements, a symphony of silent, deadly elegance. She is scissors, by the way. You can see her 2 fingers. Either that or she loves peace. One of the 2. So base damage, you got 3 blades, 1 stone, 1 parchment. I got no clue how to play. So this means very little to me. For every 3 missing HP, my damage goes up. Let's start. The game will teach me, and if they don't, look, I've played a lot of deck building roguelikes. I'll probably figure it out. But this looks like a tutorial, so we're in the clear. Like any good adventure, your journey starts here on the map. Select the next node by clicking it. Come on now, don't dawdle. Alright, sorry, I'll move forward. We're gonna fight a Slimy here. Very adorable animation, man. I like that a lot. The music and the design and the style has been incredible so far. It's a very cozy and welcoming game to play. Good little loading screen too. Look at how nice this looks. Holy. Okay, Combat 101, learning the basements. Basics, not basements. Sorry, my brain is completely cooked. Just finished recording 14 Minesweeper variants. If you haven't seen it, amazing game, but your brain will feel like it's gone through the microwave set to high. Every card in your deck represents a spell you can cast. Spells always have a type: Parchment, Blade, Stone. Play your cards reacting to the enemy's attacks by dragging them on the empty slots. Okay. Lower the enemy's health points to 0. We can parry. Spell type, equal spell type negates the damage. A lose is an ineffective spell type, and then a win is an effective one. So you are currently playing rock. So what beats rock? Parchment beats rock. Right? Is that accurate? This has no effects in this scenario, though. Now, interestingly, you are a defensive strike, but you are not, even though you look to be the same friggin' card. We also have the Crimson Feast here, which deals 2 damage. The problem is that this is not effective, because scissors does not beat rock. Unless this is paper? No, this is paper, bro. What am I missing? What am I missing? I would like to play the thing that beats rock, which is paper. Okay? So what happens here? End my turn? So that, yeah, I mean, I guess you took a damage, I took none, because paper beats rock. Yeah, okay. So now you're playing scissors? Well, I'm going to play a defensive strike that also deals a damage and gives me a shield and negates your damage, so I succeed. Brilliant. So if I win the battle, a damage gets dealt. And then my cards can also do some extra stuff. Okay, fighting is tiring even for a Handmancer. As combat goes on, you'll have less and less spells to cast. Don't worry, at any point during combat, you can sprint. The one thing I love to do when tired. Sprinting makes you draw a full hand of cards from your deck, but venture forth with caution. All cards already positioned will be locked and cannot be reorganized. Sprinting also adds a cramp, just like real life. A card that can never win. Learning how to effectively utilize the cramp is a secret all Handmancers yearn to learn. That was a great sentence. The yearn to learn is, ugh, it's just brilliant. Okay, I'm gonna do this to you because it kills you. It's just that simple, really. Oh, wow, look at the, oh, friggin' decided to smelt the damn guy. We love it. And then I get some combat rewards. Okay. Given 3 loot points and a choice of 8 random rewards. Holy. If you don't like them, re-roll them. I get a choice of 8. I'm never re-rolling them. We know how I am. Handmancers are able to use powerful artifacts, magical rings grant you passives, cursed artifacts, items that exchange a negative effect for a bonus loot point. Handmancers can also empower their spells and attacks by applying unique effects to their cards. Card crafting. Holy man, I got a lot going on here. Interesting. So these are enhancements to my cards. These are artifacts. Okay, so a cleanse reduced by 1 all debuffs to self. Pommel throw, inflict a stun. Turns the next enemy intentions into cramp, so we basically guarantee a win. Insanely good, right? Plus 2 damage, but inflicts 3 weakness to myself. And then deals a damage and inflicts 2 weakness to them. I do think this is pretty good. I'm not really caring about debuffs right now. I think Pommel Throw is awesome. I don't really care for this. Every time I draw cards, I inflict a weakness. It's interesting. Every 3 times I draw cards, I inflict a weakness. That's a stun. Sorry. Stun is better than weakness. I was going to say this is just a worse version of this. Every 3 times I play Blades, I inflict bleed. Dude, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I think that Pommel Throw makes a lot of sense for me. And I'm just going to put it onto... Ah, okay, I see. So we have the Fury of Blows over here. And then the Crimson Feast over here. I think we want to make one of our... I can't... I understand. Okay, I'd click and drag you on, and then these can hold 3 gems. I want to put you on paper, right? No, that's not at all what... You can hold 3 gems no matter what. You're a 1 because, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Interesting, okay. I picked 2 more things. That's crazy. This is so much, man. You get so much stuff. It's great. I mean, I'm a blade master, right? I'm the master of blades. So let's take that. Oh, I guess that's it. Maybe the bottom ones are worth 2. They probably explained that, and I ignored it. Which, what else is new? Me and following a tutorial? Me and knowing how to read? We don't come to this channel for me to know how to read. We come to this channel for me to lose in tutorials. Okay, so you're playing 2 things now. Crazy. Tougher enemies. Okay, okay. I can handle you. So what do? Every win you inflict a bleed. I got a good idea. How about we don't let you win? Does that sound okay? That sounds okay. So play your good card. Now paper beats rock. But you have 2 rock. I only got 1 paper. So can I give you like another? No, I cannot. I mean, let's see what happens, right? So we win that. You still took a damage. So even though you were doing 2 of each, I had you beat right there. Now this scissors goes crazy. And this rock kind of goes crazy. But then, like, after this, I'm kind of in hell, right? Like, this puts me in a kind of peculiar position. So I would like to sprint. And now I gain more cards, but I also have this little crawl over here, which is not, the stumble. Bad boy. I want to get rid of him because I can't win on this anyway. So just let him eat me. And then that way I get rid of this card. Is that the art of using the thing? Now I have been inflicted bleed on me because I have screwed the pooch, so to speak, and let him win a round. Now, fortunately, this beats that, but these two no effects are not very valuable for me. So, I still have a paper, and it's a good paper. I'd like to sprint. We're going to add that clumsy to my hand, but now we're going to stun your ass. I did not mean to sprint. That was not the correct thing to hit. It's my bad, but we're going to body you, because now you are stunned. You telling me your ass ain't stunned? I thought your ass was stunned. I think that this is, believe it or not, fine, because I'm going to hit you, and then you're going to die before the rest of the attack takes place. So that's another use of my cramps. Now the cramps go away after the next fight. A lot of interesting decisions that we're able to make in here, which is cool. I'm liking it. Gamblers hit, deal a... Just looking at it, pick my loot, 1 out of 3. Deal 1 damage for every 3 cards drawn during this fight. I think that's pretty sick, to be honest. And we'll just put you... Oh, let's make a super paper down here. I think that's kind of enjoyable. I also love it has transformed my paper into like a friggin' princess of paper. Every time I play stone, deal a damage. Is this the guy from Wild Frost? Recover 10 HP right away. I don't need that. End of the turn, grant me shield. Seems very good. And then I still get 1 thing. 3 damage to self plus 2. Don't care. Grant an empower and a repo. Deal X damage the next time you lose. Then reduce this by 1. It's interesting. Deal damage equal to the damage of the enemy attack. That's also interesting. Let's maybe put this on a rock. Because I think from that previous fight, it seems that the... and even looking at my own hand, right? The primary attacks are scissors. Although that could also be completely wrong. End of your journey's been decided. How you get there, that's in your hand. Path you pick will influence the enemies you'll find on your travels. Plan your route and keep exploring. I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna pick the guy in the middle since I can't pick the other two. Welcome to the Warlord. He's just doing a lot of stuff. Every time I play Blades, +1 blade damage. Every time I play Parchment, +1 Parchment. Every time he plays Stone, +1 Stone. He's just a buff lad, okay? All parries with blades, stones, and parchments are wins. So, you're disgusting, to be honest. Like, we really don't like you. But let's do it. Duplicate one of my gems, reroll, or dupe one of my artifacts. I mean, duping the shield of the shield bender is kind of cool. They're kind of doing this like Monster Train, which a lot of games have not done like Monster Train, where they... Wild Frost as well, I guess, in some regards. They give you the choice of different benefits, and then you go back into a fight. I think I want to duplicate one of my gems. Because we do have some interesting ones. Mirror Fate allows you to weave the threads of reality, changing it to your own design. Drag one of the spells from the reflection of your cards on the left to a new compatible spell on the right. Okay, so like really cool the way that they did this. It does make it a little impossible to understand what the hell I'm doing, but it's impossible in a fun way. I want to... I mean, this is crazy, right? Deal 3 damage and inflict 2 bleed. It makes this card insane. And I think that I would like to continue that. I think that gem's good. You know, deal damage equal to the enemy was pretty good too, but I think this is a good start. And then I have my Tavern, so feast upon a meal. Would love to. Could go for... Honestly, I could go for some ice cream right now. Welcome, what can the Melog get you today? Pick the best food for your situation. Look at how cool this is. So +5 max HP, +1 stone base damage. +1 base damage, -1 stone base damage, and then +1 base damage again. Pretty good. I mean, this seems crazy. +2 blade base damage, +1 stone base damage. This is also crazy. Blade damage goes up, I gain max HP, and I get stone damage. I think we want this because we want the most blade damage. But I mean, you might as well take this because you just get more benefits out of it. Like, it's 1 extra damage that we miss out on. Good decisions, though. I like the... It's a very unique way of laying it out. I wonder if they got the idea from Dungreed. Dungreed does a very similar thing with the food, which is kind of fascinating. You steal one of my things. Creature has something of yours. Keep hitting it to get it back. Every turn you steal a card. What a little freak you are. You're damn annoying. Okay, I would like you to bleed, my friend. And then I would like to beat you in every battle. Now, I do get the benefit of playing Blades. But no, I'd like to beat you in every battle. And then we'll sprint next turn. I will say that I haven't quite understood the strategy yet. And maybe there isn't one, but I'm going to assume there is one. And I am just not capturing, yeah, you stealing, that's pretty bad. I potentially have just not understood the strategy. And that's okay. The enemy's base attack is 3. I mean, I'd rather get the shield at that point, and then I'm losing this anyway, so go ahead. I could just sprint, but it's a war, not a battle, right? So let's do what we can. I take a little bit of damage, but I'm bleeding a little. He's bleeding a little too, so I'm not too concerned. Let's sprint. Unfortunately, we have a pretty good hand here. You are going to die. You are dead, and I'm going to now Shrek Super Slam you. Anybody play Shrek Super Slam as a kid? I don't know why that reference popped into my head there. Cramps gain the following effect: heal HP at beginning a turn. That seems like really good to me. I think I'd love to have that. And then some more blade action and some corrosion action. I think that these are fine. Let's I mean, you're gonna find this crazy. I think that I would rather. Nah, I mean, I probably would rather buff this card because he pairs with this other card now. I don't know if that affects my other thing. I think the Fury of Blows, it just does the 2 damage. But maybe we could find a way to buff that in the future. I don't know if it's better to have a couple good cards or a lot of decent cards, right? I think that's something that we'll figure out over time. I'm just gonna put you on there to deal another damage. I think there's no harm in doing so. We'll continue on. Like I said, strategy, no clue. I mean, we're kind of piecing things together as we go. Hey, Handmancer, need your help to improve the game, make it the best you can. I'll let you guys provide some feedback. I'll obviously talk about things I like about the game, things I don't like at the end of the episode. See where things stand. Let's see what's going on in this fight. Hello, my friend. You're a warlord. You're nasty. So every time he does anything, it increases the base damage of those things. And all parries are wins. So we have to be very cautious here. Turning the next enemy's intentions into a cramp. So, you definitely got to do that. Now this is now kind of messy, right? Because parries are still considered wins. So, if I just end my turn, you don't do much. But I think we really want to... Well, I probably only inflict on... I think I'm going to sprint. Because there's really no reason not to sprint and take both of these cards, right? Because I'm losing anyway. So now my sprints grant me regen. I'm only taking 1 damage, but I'm healing for more, right? Because I'm now gaining 2 HP at the beginning of turn and then reducing. So I think we come away pretty happy on that. Now, unfortunately, these are not amazing, but I'd like to sprint and once again play this. Next turn, we go, like, sicko mode. we obliterate you because you're going to play only Parchment, and it's going to be, like, absolutely alarmingly good. Because I am a bladey boy, and as a bladey boy, every time I play 3 blades, I inflict 3 bleed, and we're about to inflict, really, the correct word for it is a metric butt ton of bleed. Like, this is going to be, it's going to be disgusting. It's going to be so good. So get the bleed going on you. We're also going to do just a lot of damage here. So you are now up to 8 bleed on you, and then probably more here shortly. Maybe not. Okay. I definitely need to sprint. We're not a very good Parchment build, okay? So this puts us in a little bit of a wonky spot. We know that you're going to do rocks next, so there's no reason to really even parry you. I think that in this case, you get rid of a crap card that you don't care about. And then next turn, we can play at least our defensive strike, which is surprisingly okay for us. We're gonna take a little bit of damage here. That's kind of just how it goes. But this is definitely where we would like, yeah, multiple of these. So those at least win. The next turn, we benefit a lot. This turn's scary. I mean, we get hit for 5, but we get a couple shield, right, from these plays. So I really only take 2 damage, which it's really inconsequential to me. And now you can basically go insane on this. And I think I don't mind having this in my hand. I would like the massive victory on you, because I'm going to tell you this more or less kills him. Like, do you see how much bleed there is? You take 10 damage at the beginning of your turn, 12 damage at the beginning of your turn. You're going to die to bleed, because my blades are crazy. Super slam him. Okay. Yeah, that went fine. That went really fine. So now what? 3 damage, 2 bleed. Completely okay. Ring of Enfeeblement, -2 base damage. You're gonna have to really help me out with this one. Why would I want that? Every time I inflict bleed. Okay, is disgusting. Every time I play blades, deal a damage. Is equally disgusting. But I want this more. Because now we're in where we want bleed on basically every card, right? The more bleed we have, we are a stack bleed character at this point. Okay, choose my destiny. Take me to the corrupted King Frog. Every 3 turns, corruption lashes out. Every 15% of missing HP grants me a power. Grants him a power. I'm speaking for him. It's a blue shell. Okay, you're a. I understand. Yeah, you go back and forth. You're the guy from Slay the Spire. We know you. We know you. Okay, it's good to see you, Slay the Spire enemy. Now this is a lot of enemies followed by some good, or some good followed by some enemies. I think I'd rather have the enemies. We're doing fine. Swap one of your card types, gain power. We would change that to a. Oh, I mean, maybe we wouldn't change that to a blade. We do like blades, like, a lot. But it's dangerous, because then you're losing out on beating your opponent. It's an interesting design choice, for sure. And then the enemies just get more and more complex, which adds to the fun here. So with 114 health on you, what all do you do? All parries or wins. Every 3 turns you gain strength, and every 7 actions you deal a damage. Kind of gross, to be honest. We want to inflict bleed, though. To the point where I'm probably going to go kind of crazy here. We definitely want to block your 8 with my bracing formation, because that'll deal 8 damage to you. And there's no reason not to cover you with paper and just cancel that attack. So then just give me the ability to deal some bleed. I'm not sure. So if I lose the turn, does it still inflict the bleed? Let's find that out. So if I lose the battle, yeah, so that still hits you. I just lose the long-term fight. So I should have played this card, but I didn't want to waste this card if it was actually not the case, right? And I think that's fine. Excuse me, you're random? That seems like some garbage. We don't know what the hell you are. I mean, if it's anything like last time, or if you follow the pattern, you're gonna be stone. So at least start me. You're my beast right there. You're also my beast right there. Rock beat you. And then play a blade at that point. It's probably rock. So you know what? Yeah, I mean, don't play it, right? Don't be stupid. But let's be intelligent with this. Let's get rid of the cramp now. We're playing good stuff. The bleed is getting stacked, which is obviously the big plan all along. Took a lot of damage, man. I'm getting a little beat up over here. Would like to not be beat up, but fortunately we do have ourselves a very nice setup here. Followed by a nice setup here. We'll lose on this hand. But this is inflicting a good bit of bleed, including the weakness, which goes kind of crazy, because then this only hits me for 2. There's a very nice puzzle, right, that exists in the order of operations required to minimize the amount of damage that you're taking. I'm gonna say it like, and this is really true for any deck builder. But there's a very board gamey play going on with this game. It's a very intricate, you know, it's a deck building game, but there's a puzzling component to it that a lot of deck builders struggle to capture. Every 2 times you play blades, gain a courage. Cramps inflict weakness. That's pretty sick too, to be honest. Maybe give me this. And then give a little inflict bleed, and we'd like to put it on you because we now have all of our blades inflict bleed, I believe. So I think that's not bad. What might get a little scary is we're low on HP. Okay, if I take a beating in this next fight, we might be dead. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be very, very tight. I'm taking a small risk here. I may lose. Dicey the Slime Marauder. What do you got? End of every turn, create a tornado that discards all my cards. Gross. Reduce all damage taken by 10%. Every 2 turns, get power. Every 6 actions, inflict a stun on me. Oh my lordy, you're horrible. We will bleed the heck out of you. That's the plan. So, you gotta do this. Parries don't count as losses with you though, which is huge. So we want to inflict the most bleed. We don't need to inflict weakness yet though. So let's go 1-2 here. We'll save the weakness for next turn. So we'll hit you. Every bleed adds more bleed, so keep the good times rolling. Now the parries, you know, it's a parry, it's a tie, nobody takes damage. Parry, it's a tie, nobody takes damage. But we got 5 bleed on him, and that is pure damage. So he is not able to. Well, maybe he can reduce it, but it didn't seem like he could reduce it. Is what I'll say. So we have no clue what you are again, which is annoying. We're gonna hit you there. Fortunately, I drew 2 rocks, which is nice. I'm gonna go for the bleed. I mean, you're probably a rock, though. Maybe it is truly random. I should play this. But you make me discard all my cards. So you would discard the cramp. Let's just play this, then. The cramp is gonna get discarded. Got 1 card left in my deck. I would like to draw that card next turn. but then you're potentially going to shuffle me back in a sprint, or a cramp. I think I still want to do this. So we hit ya. We conquer ya. Look at the bleed rising. This is the very important part, is that the bleed rises. We parried. That's fine. So it was not a rock. I mean, the parry ends up... That's really valuable for us. Ah. That went straight into there. And locked in. Okay. We don't love that. Okay. Weakness. I mean, we actually don't mind. You're hitting me for 7. I mean, we mind about that, for sure. We're getting bleed on you. 1 damage for every 3 cards drawn. These will get discarded, but I think they're going to get discarded right into here for next turn, which could literally kill me. I mean, it could effectively kill me. But this is going to inflict weakness. So is this. Now, I have to play these cards, man. I have to play these cards because these cards are a ton of damage too, and that's pretty important. You know, the more bleed we get on, the happier we're gonna be. You know, and now he's gonna be weak for, I mean, really never. He's not going to remain weak for very long. He does have a stun on him, but he also had a cramp. So this is just a tied cramp now, which is amazing for us. Okay, so let's block the big damage. We'll hit you there, and then I mean keep the. I mean at this point it's 3 damage. I'd rather hit you hard with this, since you do 8 damage. I think this is the better play. 21 bleed on you, right? And you're only hitting me for 3, and I have a shield, so... And you're weakened on top of it, so I think I only took like 1 damage there. I think that was the right play. Some interesting decisions got to get made here. And we have to be cautious, because we do keep on adding these to our hand. So it gets a little scary. Gets a little scary. Okay. We're going to be hoping for the best here. You have to play it like this. We're going to pray that you roll bad, but we can kill you on this turn, I think. So you have to just play it, because 26 bleed. You have to take the hit, right? You got to take the hit. It's a massive hit. We love that. We absolutely love that. Okay. You will die. 32 bleed at the start of your turn. Adios, brother. And I heal for 5 at the end of combat. Shrek super slammed. Great fight. Very, very good fight. Okay. 2 damage to self, 1 max HP permanently. Don't think so, to be honest. 3 times you play Parchment. Anytime you inflict stun, but inflict stun to myself. I don't really love that either. Whenever I draw, deal damage. Grants shield, inflicts weakness. I mean, an extra bit of damage is not the end of the world. You know, maybe that's something that we put... So this is just, yeah, it grants power. I'm really not sure what the best card to put that on is. I gotta... Wrapping my head around the gems, I think some of them are way better than others, and then some of them are just okay. Deal a damage, grant a health regen. I think that's surprisingly okay. And I think that this is a really good thing to put on our blades, so that I can feel better about playing the blades over other cards, because I'm gaining health back from it. It's like, I think adding things like block to my blades is really good too. But block is at a premium in this game, you can tell that. So swap one of your cards types and gain power. I'm not sure what my play is going to be here. Starting deck has been given to you, but that's just the beginning. Further customize your spells. Drag a card from one type to another. Change the spell type permanently. It boosts that specific type, making every spell of that type deal 1 more damage. You have to do this, okay? I'm going to convert one of my stones into a blade. And that boosts the damage of all of them. It does make me a very blade-focused build, but that's what we've built around, so I have to do it. And then inside of this tavern, we are going to boost blade in some way. 7 max HP is a lot. Blade damage goes up. This I don't care about. I mean, blade damage does go up at that point, but parchment going up we don't care about. +2 to blade, -1 to stone. I mean, this is looking really good, right? 7 max HP is really solid. This is 1 extra damage to blades, but it's losing damage on our 2 stones. This coming with the benefit of 7 max HP, I must take it. Tough decisions again. I mean, it doesn't come super easily, but I think that it's not the end of the world, okay? We're gonna have to pay attention to this boss, though. Oh, he big. Hello, Mr. Blastoise-looking son of a gun. So every 15% of missing HP, you gain strength. Every 3 turns, corruption lashes out. We don't really know what that means yet. Remove all buffs on self, becomes shelled. Every 2 action grants you courage. Every 2 actions grants you repo. And dazing blow, every 6 actions you inflict a stun. So you're just gross is the gist of it. We have to play this intelligently, right? Somewhat intelligently. I am going to play for maximum damage potential. You don't discard my card, so I will hold on to this. I don't want to weaken you at the end, because that weaken is so much more valuable elsewhere. And obviously we still want to stack an alarming amount of bleed onto this frog. So just keep the good times rolling. And ties do not count as wins for him, which is another really important... That's an important distinction for us. So, man, I'm gonna tell you, this is pretty good, okay? This is pretty good. We do have to be careful. We're going to want to... I'm gonna tell you, I want to hit you, okay? I want to hit you. We want to inflict weakness here so that the rock you throw at me, I'm actually going to play like this. I don't care about inflicting the cramp right now. I think that we would prefer to do these. We're going to increase our damage after this tie to make this card smack you for a ton. And then we'll just inflict some damage and leech at the end. The point of this card is to put the bleed on. I know he's going to be in a shelled state. But then we can save a rare yellow card that we will need next turn when this is it's a 2 damage loss, one of which I'll shield. So I think this is an ideal scenario, right? I think that this is the best case scenario. So you take some decent damage. I gain a heal and take 2 damage. And then we hit ya. We tie 15 bleed on you. I'm down 10 HP. It's not bad. And then you're stuck in here with 2 blues. We don't really know what corruption is. Hey, why'd you inflict this? That's right, because you do that. Every 6 actions you inflict that. That's like really crap. That's really crap. That's tough. You'd think that corruption means that I have to play this. Because that'd be kind of cool if that's the case. To be fair, the weakness all around, I do like the idea of. Let's also heal and hold on to these cards. It's a messy turn for me. We lose that one, take a bunch of damage. Now the corruption rolls in. Do I win because of this? No, you just hit me. It seems that corruption may be unblockable damage, which is disgusting. It's very, very unkind of you, corrupted King Frog. Alright. Not even halfway through the fight. Keep the good times rolling. You are going to take 21 damage right here, and now you're almost halfway through the fight. So I'm taking 12 damage again. It's tough. We're basically staying equal this whole time. But I'll hit you for 9, I'll inflict 2 bleed. I'll hit you for 4, 6, and inflict a bleed. It's like not a great turn, I'm gonna tell you. But there is not a whole lot I can do, dude. Like, we find ourselves in a... Oh, this was... Never mind, we were equaled on this one. It's not a horrible turn. It's really not a horrible turn. Because the bleed stacks pretty nice for us here. So I think I actually don't mind. Now we're gonna need some really nice draw on this turn, or I'm gonna have some problems. That's some great draw. That is some lovely draw. You're gonna cover this. You are going to cut this. You're going to do this, and then you are going to do this. I can't really afford to play this on this turn. I think that we have to go all in on preventing damage, because you hitting for 17, not gonna lie, it's a little too much for me. I only have 25 health. So I would like to hit you for as much as I physically can at this point. I am getting obliterated because your repo is insane. Okay, gonna tell you, should have probably paid some attention to the repo you had on. But now I just need to not lose. It's not looking great for that, for the record. Am I dead? I think there is a small chance that I am dead. Because this loss is tough. I'm gonna weaken you, which is going to make this deal half damage. So I'm gonna take 4, but then this is gonna come in. I'm gonna get bodied. Because this heal is not gonna do enough to me. This is gonna heal a little, but that's at the beginning of turn. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that we have lost. Okay. Tough day at the office. All right. I took 3 damage. I blocked 1 of it. But this 7 damage at the end, I am not blocking. I can't compete against that, unfortunately. So, Corrupted King Frog, you got me today, but you got me by 3. You got me by 3. The repo messed me up, and I just missed it. I kind of forgot that he had that. It's on me. It's on me. Interesting little game, man. I enjoyed this a lot. I mean, it's clear that there is some really, really intelligent design going on in this game. I think that I almost fall into, and this is not really a flaw with the game, I don't think. I fall into a bit of a decision paralysis in picking 3 rewards. I almost think it makes more sense to, like, force one thing and then maybe pick 2 or something. Maybe it is smart to have all 3. No, you know what? I'm gonna take back everything I said there. It is more intelligent to have you just pick 3. I need to just get over the decision paralysis. But I think it's fascinating. I'm very curious to see how the other characters play in the game. Obviously, they're going to be focused around, you know, this guy will be rock, this one will be paper. But, like, what's going on down here, right? Probably corruption, but we don't really understand corruption a ton. I think it's cool. I mean, I think that more, like, event things in the game, you know, places you can visit on the map, nodes you can go to on the map, are going to elevate this game a ton. To just give that little unique variations. I absolutely love the Tavern. The Tavern is such a gorgeous idea. And some just funky things to manipulate your deck and make interesting things happen. It's a brilliant little game. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Check this one out. Demo in the description down below. Enjoy it. See you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.